What's up, guys? Dennis here. Hope you're doing good. Um, I have another really important video for you. Um, I did not plan to do this video right now. I'm inspired to do it. I said, you know what? Let me just knock out a video real quick. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm a little tired. Just got home from the bar. Got some food going. Um, got to knock that out because it's bulking season. But I have a video that's super important, and I have no idea what I'm going to say, to be honest with you. Um, like all of my videos, but I was thinking about this the other day and I realized, what a perfect topic. You know, if you look at what you're doing right now, right? You went to school or you're going to school, right? What's the goal? Get good grades, get a degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, whatever the case may be, maybe beyond that. Um, get a job in your field, make money, eventually have a family, have kids, right? Have a home, and you made it, right? You know what? I ask myself. I study people. I study individual people. I study people as a group. I study society. I just kind of stand back and watch things, right? And there's a huge disconnect between what we're taught, what people are doing, and what the results of those things are. And I realized a long time ago that there was an issue with the way things are, what's being taught, what the results of those things are. And there's just a huge disconnect. And you have to ask yourself, if so many people have followed that path of, go to school, get that job, get married, have children, get a house, get a car. If that was the goal, then more people would be satisfied with their lives. More people would have this complete life, and they would say, yes, everything they've been teaching is exactly what I needed to know. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm super happy, right? And if you think to yourself, how many people do you know today? And you might be one of these people, but how many people do you know today can say, man, I have everything. I have no issues. Money's coming in. Family's good. I love what I do. I love my lifestyle. I have no stress. This is everything I've ever wanted, right? The chances are that you're not that person, and you don't know anybody that can speak that way, that with that level of conviction about their lifestyle, right? And there's nothing wrong with going to school, having a family, getting a car, house. Nothing wrong with that. But the point of the video is, the topic of this video is, there's a difference between chasing goals, chasing what other people have set out for you, following the system, right? There's a difference between following, financial stability and that career growth. But the real goal to life is not chasing money or material things or financial growth. The journey really is to inner peace. I'm going to say that again. The journey is not to financial wealth or growth or success. The winner at the end of the day is the one who has found inner peace. The people that have gone down that path, and you may be one of these people, you have to ask yourself, do I have inner peace? The people that are the most influential, the people that are revolutionaries, are the ones that change things for the better, to change the quality of people's lives, to change their perspectives, to change their approach, to change their thought processes, right? Change their beliefs on what is important and what is not. If people that have accomplished these financial goals, who are, celebrities and have all the fame and all the money and all this stuff, if that was the goal and they accomplished that goal, and these people are on the front pages of newspapers and magazines and different brands, and they're doing all this stuff, and they're on stage and TV and radio, if their lives were the blueprint, the example, right? then it would be easy to say, man, I want this person's lifestyle. They have everything that I've always wanted. They have all the peace of mind that I could ever dream of. They have the security. Their lives are amazing. Now, I'm not saying that money is not important. What I'm saying is you can have all the money in the world and your life could be a wreck. Not only that, you could have way less money than someone that has a lot of money, who has followed this path, right? That's been set out by society as what the goal is. They could have way less than that. And their inner peace, their quality of life is way better than the person who has all the money. So I'm not saying money and financial success is not a goal. It's just not the goal. The journey is not to financial success. It is to inner peace. I would rather have way less money than the most, and the people who are famous, that are celebrities, that have, actors, artists, whatever you want to call them, entrepreneurs, whatever the case may be. I would always take inner peace, mental health, mental peace, peace of mind, security in myself, and a quality of life and clarity over just money. And see, the issue with society today is not that we don't teach enough about how to pursue money or how to get money. The problem is it's over pursued. There's not enough of what actually matters, because you can have tons of money. You can have the highest titles in the world. You could be the CEO of whatever company you could pursue. You could have your PhD. If you're not peaceful and you don't have that level of clarity, you don't have that fulfillment, you don't have that joy, you don't have that essence, you don't have that energy, you're not full of what matters, to me, you still lost in a great sense. You might have a big puzzle piece, which is necessary, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not knocking that down. But life is not one-dimensional. It's multi-dimensional, right? And you can pursue the path that's been set for us by society, by the education system, by government, by all the crap, right? And the purpose of this video is for the people that are there in this point in their lifestyle, this point in their life, but also for the younger people. There is a huge disconnect between what is encouraged in society and what is taught in the education system. And what I've been fascinated about over the last 10 years, really, is the journey to happiness, to clarity, to confidence, to security, to peace of mind, right? And that's why I'm fascinated by personal growth. Why do you see so many celebrities on the front page of a newspaper or a magazine when you're at the grocery store, right? So-and-so divorced, so-and-so suicidal thoughts, so-and-so on drugs and alcohol, so-and-so's family destroyed, so-and-so. And it's all about drama. Their lives are not put together. Right? I understand that their lives are not easy. Their lives are under a microscope, and everything that they do is dramatized and overemphasized, and I get that. But there are a large majority that are not equipped to handle what that is. And so at a certain point, you have to stand back and say, if this is the glamorous goal, right? This is where we need to get to. This is what society is teaching. This is what everyone is pushing to the top. This is what everyone's focused on. This is the goal. This is the way of life we need to pursue, right? Then you have to ask yourself, how are the people living that are there? There are some that do it well, and there are many that don't do it well. And that's just an extreme. But let's tone it down, right? Let's tone it down. Let's forget about celebrities and superstars or whatever the case may be. Let's tone it down to the average person, right? Because our society consists of mostly average people and above average people and regular people, right? What is the mental state? What is the level of satisfaction in these people? What is how are these people's relationships? How is their mental health? What is the level of happiness and joy and fulfillment and satisfaction? I realized this in these words not that long ago, and I've already known this, but it just kind of came to me, that the journey to life is not financial success, and our entire society pushes financial success. You could have all the money in the world and be a wreck. Your life can be trash. The person who's figured it out is the one who has the most inner peace. And that is what I'm fascinated with. That is the point of this video. Be very careful. Be very careful to follow this path that has been laid out for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades about what the format of life should be, of what the goal of success should be. Always understand that the people that built that structure, that framework, do not have your best interest in mind. Understand that the education system is flawed. Understand that there's a lack of information for how someone should live their life, which is the purpose of these videos. There is a void as to what actually brings fulfillment and that sense of completion and happiness in someone's life. It is not always the pursuit of money. And many times the pursuit of money, the over pursuit of money and financial success is the problem, right? Because again, life is not one dimensional. It's not all about money, right? Be very careful that these are a set of rules. This is a platform that was built way before you ever came into this world. Way before you ever even a thought in your parents' mind. Way before you were that mistake that happened that night, right? Way before that. This platform, this set of rules, this path, this perspective has been set and built a long time before you. And the moment you're born, you're set on this path and you're pushed down this hill and say, here you go, right? How is it that in the education system, the only thing that is taught is two things: a bunch of stuff you don't care about and a portion of the stuff that you do care about. And a portion of the stuff that you do care about is for your career path, if that's what you decide you're going to do, right? And the entire point of that is to teach you how to do that thing that you said you want to do. It's not to teach you how to make money, but it's to teach you how to do or have a certain skill set, right? A certain amount of knowledge to make you valuable, qualified to be in the workplace. Fine. But once you put into the workplace, or even when before you are, there is an entire void of how you should live your life. There are things, there's information missing. Where are the classes that teach you what you're actually going to run into? Where are the classes that teach you about mental health? Where are the classes that teach you how to avoid certain traps? Where are the classes that teach you about confidence? Where are the classes that teach you about doing things with your time in your life that bring you fulfillment and joy? Where are the classes that talk about hobbies or spiritual growth or physical health or mental health or the foods you should eat or how to be social in a social environment? Where are those classes? They're not there because the entire system is geared towards financial progress and success, right? The problem with that is it is one-dimensional and life is not about that, right? And the earlier you realize that, hopefully a younger crowd, and I would love in the future to have the ability and the platform to talk about this stuff to a younger crowd so that they understand it and get it at an earlier age. But the earlier you get that, the better. Because then you can understand where the priorities lie in your life, what's important, what's not, how much value you should put on certain things, right? My goal is not for financial success. The levels of financial success that I want to achieve is not because society says so, or it's because of the norm, or because I want to look cool in a dope-ass car. It is completely tied to goals that I have that are bigger than me. So everything that I want to do has a specific goal in mind, completely detached from whatever anyone thinks, cares about, whatever anyone says, whatever has been taught. I don't care about that. It's tied to me and me only and what has to do with my goals that I have to achieve, right? That is important because then there's an end goal. And that's the thing that also society doesn't teach. There's no end goal. It's just more, right? This is something I realized a long time ago. I'm not even at this state yet, right? I realized this. I was like, you know what? What happens when I'm making $50,000 a month? If that month, let's say a month, I drop down to $35,000 a month, example, right? How do I handle that? How do I handle that? Do I get pissed off? Crap. I didn't make as much money as I did the month before. How do you handle that? Right? Because if there's no goal towards the amount of money and the type of money and how you make that money, you're not going to be stable. If that money goes down and you're still making good money, how do you handle that? And so I was fascinated with this. Was years ago, and I was like, that's a perspective that you have to have, an awareness that you have to have beforehand, right? If you're making $100,000 a month and 1 month you make 80, now you're flipping out. Why did I make 80 this month? Right? Why did I make $80,000 this month? It's not 100 or it's not 110. We're not progressing. Now you're stressed out that you're going down because there was no goal to the amount of money you were trying to achieve. Right? And so now you're locked in this trap where it has to go up, 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 more, right? And now you're dissatisfied with making anything less than what you've made before. Where's the education to teach us that? Right? Where's the education that says, you know what? You might want to make 100,000 and do this instead. That's more pleasing to you, more satisfying to you. Maybe it's less work. Maybe it's not as mentally stressful. Maybe it gives you more flexibility. Maybe it gives you more time with your family. Where's that compared to, oh, maybe I should just continue. I need to make 250,000. I feel like people don't have like a purpose for the amount of money they want to make, right? And this is a whole other video. There's a huge void in our education system. There's a huge void in society, right? And if you watch enough of my videos, you're going to see a common thread. The common thread is awareness. But not only that, the common thread is you have to be completely mentally independent to see what's going on so that you could live a peaceful life. I have a certain level of peace that I think a lot of people don't have. Because I'm a studier of people. I study people. I study individuals. I study society. I can stand back and watch. Awareness is my gift, and I can see things easily that other people might not see. I can see where the issue is going to lie years down the road before I'm even there, so that I can course correct now. I realize that. There's a huge void. The journey is to inner peace. How do you have inner peace? By understanding what is actually important. That's number one. What brings you joy? Not money. Everyone talks about money. Forget about money. What brings you joy? What are your hobbies? What would you do for free? What's interesting to you? What would be so cool to do? Right? This is what you want to base your life around. Because this is what gives you meaning. This is what gives you purpose. Everyone has a purpose. And I don't care how much money you make. You will not feel satisfied. You will not be content. It will not be enough money if you're not doing other things that actually give you meaning. Or if that thing that you're doing for money in itself is not meaningful. Right? I will do this for free. These videos I do for free. This is hundreds of hours of videos and editing and planning and all that stuff, and more to come that I'll never make money off of, or maybe eventually I'll monetize, but I will do this for free. This is a passion of mine. This is a gift of mine. This is what I want to do. I've been working towards this, the ability to stand in front of a camera, sit in front of a camera without a problem. I wasn't like this before. This is why I love personal development. This is what I want to do. You have to have something that's meaningful to you, that if someone gave you $1 or $5 million for it, it would be the same thing to you because you would have done it for free, right? It is a journey to a meaningful life, a joyful life, a life full of clarity, not a life full of money. Because you can see a lot of people that have money that are not happy, and I would not trade lives with those people, right? Clarity. Value, peace of mind, security, confidence, right? Those things are much more valuable than money. And you will always be the winner in the room when you have those things. Because everyone who's too busy seeking money hasn't realized those things yet, and they don't have those things. They can't say, I have peace of mind. I feel great. I love waking up every single morning doing X, Y, Z. I would do this for free, right? It is so critical that you disconnect from the program, disconnect from the system. Figure out what's important to you. Step one, figure out what hobbies you would have, what things you would do for free, what you love to do, what would you love to learn about, and build your life around those things. That is the only thing that's going to give you a meaningful life, right? If you have the fortune to be able to process anything before you die, it's not going to be how much money you made. It's not going to be, man, I wish I would have closed that deal. I wish I would have sold this other thing. It's going to be, I wish I got the most out of what I had. The time that I had, the opportunities I had, I wish I would have explored what I love to do. I wish I would have expanded. I wish I would have become more enlightened. I wish I would have found out how to have peace in my life, right? Peace. 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 That's what you want. Peace of mind. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm trying to do. I know why I'm doing it. I know when I've accomplished that. And it's completely detached from anything and what anyone has ever taught you. It is completely selfish, completely self-centered, completely about what you want it to be. Not what your job said it is, not what the TV, not what Instagram, not what your school said it is, not what your friend and family said. You. Everyone has a responsibility to themselves, right? Everyone. Everyone. No one has a responsibility for you. Everyone has a responsibility to their own happiness. And you can get into trouble when your happiness is determined and is predetermined by a set path that inherently was built to keep you stuck and inherently has problems built into it and missing information and voids that are critical. Critical. If you go to school, I don't give a shit if you have a PhD. You know a minuscule of what life is supposed to be about. That's it. Now, I will say if you have a PhD in something you love to do and you would do that for free, amazing, perfect, perfect. But you're still missing pieces of the puzzle. Life is about finding those pieces of the puzzle, realizing what you want your puzzle to look like, and putting those pieces together over time so that you can say, I can see the puzzle. I knew that there was a puzzle a long time ago, and I've been putting these pieces together over the years, and my puzzle is finally complete, right? That's the journey. Inner peace, confidence, security. Not money. Not money. If all you do is pursue that, and all you do is pursue what society's telling you is important, you're going to lose, and you are being played like a fool. Like a fool. The journey is inner peace, mental peace. Mental peace. And you could only get that from within. It's not going to be on a piece of paper with the president's face on it. It's not going to be at your job. It's not going to be on Instagram. It's not going to be on Spotify. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be on TV or the radio. You build that up through a certain knowing. Over time, you build that up. Where you just know, I'm good, right? There are certain things that other people could not lose because it would destroy them. But the things that you can lose and you don't care about it because the level of value you placed on it is completely different than what society's teaching that thing, what that value is, right? You need to know what's important. You need to be doing those things. You need to know what brings you fulfillment and joy. You need to build your life around that. You need to detach from what society is telling you is valuable and determine your own values and place your own level of value on those things because it's different for each individual. So be very careful allowing anything or anyone else to set the values for you, right? If all you want to do is spend time with your kids, I don't give a crap how much money you make in any job. I don't care what else you do with your time. Your goal should be, how do I build my life around this? How do I build my life to have the level of flexibility that I want and need to spend more time with my children? That is your responsibility to yourself. If you can think about that thought, then you can create that. That is your responsibility to yourself. That's your job to yourself. You can do that. You can do that, and you should be doing that. That should be your goal. It shouldn't be to climb some other ladder if that means that you're not going to spend time with your... No. If it's in conflict with what you really want, don't do it. It does not matter what anyone says. It doesn't matter what anyone's program is or what anyone else's agenda is. That's their problem. Let them resolve their own life. Your responsibility is to your own life. If what you want to do is play music all the time, how do I spend more time making music, right? Because you know what you value, you know what you can set apart, you know you can set away, you know what the opportunity cost is. I would give up time doing this and this and this for this, because this gives me more joy in my life, right? The journey is for peace of mind. It's for wisdom. It's for awareness. It's for knowledge. Knowledge, wisdom, peace of mind, confidence, knowing. It is not for what society is telling you it is. And if you don't believe me, just look around. Just look around. How many people look like they're lost? How many people would you trade lives with that you know? Even if they have more money than you, right? There's usually a trade-off. The person that I admire is a person that's like, they just look so calm. They got it all figured out. I don't care how much money they make, right? They know what's important. They know their values are in the right place. Their priorities are in line. Their relationships are awesome. They have peace of mind. They sleep well. They look good. They're happy. They're healthy. Their energy is great. That is a sign of somebody who has it figured out. Not because you drive a nice car. Even a loser could drive a nice car. Cars are not that expensive. So I don't want to make this video super long. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe and share the video. This will probably be out on several platforms. But I hope you got something out of that. This is super important. Remember, the journey is to peace of mind. Make sure that your focuses are on the right place. If you have a path set to make money, do it. But make sure it's coming from you. You know what you're doing, why you're doing it, how much investment you're willing to put in it, and what it's going to get you on the back end. And that whatever's going to get you on the back end is to your standard and it's going to bring you satisfaction. There has to be an end goal. There has to be a purpose to the money that you're trying to pursue. Always. Or else you're never going to feel it's enough. Okay? Not only that, pursue other things. Grow, expand. Pursue enlightenment. Read. Follow people that are in life where you want to be. Pursue the peace, right? The peace. The place where you can get to where I figured it out. I got it down. I know what I'm doing. This feels great. This feels natural. This feels awesome. This feels right. That's what you want. Follow your emotions. Follow your intuition, right? But again, I hope you got something out of that. And I will see you in the next video.
Through parallel densities like a car's clutch. See, we are capable of godlike manifestations, but we must first master the bonds of human relations. That's right, which means we gotta love each other. Compassion and empathy helps us understand each other. Not a tree hugger, but this earth, I swear to God, I love her. The vibrations of green and blue are her favorite colors. Emerald tablets, take my lapis lazuli crystal. Observe the way it shines, so divine as it ripples through reality. Inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, inside of me.